the prison ministry, maybe I'll put the link up there as well. The idea is my personal belief that nonviolent prisoners shouldn't be in prison. Um, there's a problem, but that physical violence against them is not the proper response. And so it's been on my heart. God put it on my heart to seek out a way to serve those who are nonviolent offenders in prison. And basically, it's using trust. I want to restore their dignity and oftentimes their manhood when they're not able to provide for their family, as is often the case. But you are not your trust. And so, if we set up a trust, a common law trust on behalf of those incarcerated, as such, what we can do is we can fund the trust, and then the trust pays for the expenses of the family. And the incarcerated is the trustee. Okay. Whoever the creator of the trust is, it'd be anyone, it'd be his lawyer. Okay. The beneficiary is whoever the incarcerated deems fit. But the incarcerated, they can't legally earn income while in prison, but you are not your trust. And so the trust, we can generate funds for the trust and be able to disperse that to the family so they can still have their dignity in the midst of what I believe is injustice for nonviolent offenders. And when we say, well, how are we going to generate those funds? Well, in the world of finance, what those guys do is they use money to make money. I mean, when it boils down to it, all they need is your tax ID, social security number, EIN. And that basically, bottom line, allows them to open up certain accounts associated with that tax ID, your social security number, and then they generate income. It sounds like magic, but that's what the finance industry is. And so I already envisioned in structuring the retirement income bounty, RIB, RIB, retirement income bounty. And it's basically giving people a bonus for helping people to get passive income. So I'm going to leverage the retirement, the support network of a prisoner, and to be able to look at their family, their friends, business, professional networks, their faith networks, the lawyer, the CO, and we're going to leverage their entire support network. And we're going to basically leverage their tax ID, their social security numbers, put it in the hands of financial advisors, et cetera, people who are financial professionals, then work their magic. They're going to generate passive income, and that's going into the trust. And that's what pays the bills for the family. And so we're really taking from the private sector the reality that we know, the wealth, it, you don't need to work to make money. So we're taking advantage of those legally and ethically to generate funds for the trust, which will fund the needs of the family. Is our way, in a legal and ethical way, to restore justice at least a little bit more for those who are nonviolent offenders in prison. So that's the prison ministry.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds like that's amazing, an amazing program, and let's talk about that more. And I definitely want to see where things head with that, because I think that's something that could really benefit a lot of people. And like you said, especially so many nonviolent offenders that are at a disadvantage because of the state. It really sets it, even if it's just a couple years in prison, boy, that's on your permanent record. That's going to hinder future employment, and of course, lost income over those years of incarceration. So this just sounds like a great way to at least have those folks have some foundation to continue covering their expenses, or their family's expenses anyway. But it sounds like a fascinating program.